everyone, my name is Ravi Prakash and welcome to another session on games and tournaments in LRDI. Okay, so just read this set here. Very nice set it is. 64 players seeded from 1 to 64 took part in the World Table Tennis Tournament. The tournament was to be played in a knockout format where in the first round the top seed, okay, seed means basically rank, okay, rank. Top seed, seed 1 was to face the last seed. The second seed was to face the second last seed and so on. Okay. An upset is said to happen when a lower seeded player beats a higher seeded player. The matches in each round were scheduled such that in any round after the first, in case of no upset, the highest seeded player would play the lowest seeded player left. Okay. I'll explain this set. Right. Just let me read through once. I'll explain it. Okay. The highest seeded player would play the lowest seeded player left. Then the second highest seeded player plays the second lowest seeded player left and so on. And in case of an upset, the player who caused the upset would take the designated place of the player he upset. Okay, in the next round. Now, let me explain this set. It's a very good set actually, and let me explain it. Okay, what we're trying to say here is, now see, it is given that, suppose, now let's say suppose, right, let's forget that set now, right, I'm doing a similar set, okay, just a different numbers I'm taking, okay, suppose, same set, okay, same set, but players, seeds are from 1 to 128, right? This set was for 64 questions, 64 seeded players. Now I'm doing an example for 128 players, right? So you'll get a good idea about how to solve that set. Okay, then you can understand that set very easily. So their players, suppose seeds are from 1 to 128. Fine, 1 to 128, right? So what do you mean to say by this? Seeds are basically what? Seeds basically means what? Rank. Okay. So based on the overall performance, okay, suppose this World Table Tennis Tournament, okay, is played every year. Okay. So after suppose 2017 World Table Tournament finished. Okay. So after that, on the basis of all the matches played by all the players, okay, they are ranked. Okay, they're given certain points on the basis of their performance, on the basis of their fitness, on the basis of their playing matches, right? On different basis, they're given points. Okay, so at last, when the next year table tennis tournament comes, all the players are ready with from rank. Okay, rank basically means seed. Seed 1 is a topmost player. Seed 2, seed 3, like that till seed 128. Okay. So tournament goes like, this is a knockout tournament, right? This is a knockout tournament. Knockout tournament means if a player loses, he goes off, right? Means he is out of the tournament. He has no chance to come back to the tournament, right? So once he loses any game, he is out of the tournament. This is the meaning of knockout, right? So understand this. So if there are 1 to 128 players, right? So how the first round goes? First round goes like this. Understand this? First round goes like this. Highest seeded player plays the lowest seeded player, right? Like suppose the match is out. The match will be like 1 versus 128. Rank 1 versus rank 128. Or seed 1 versus seed 128. Match 2 is 2 versus 127. Match 3 is 3 versus 126. Okay. Then 4 versus 125. Like this, the last match will be where? So that 128 players, no. So 128 half is what? 63. So, 64. So last match is what? It will be 64 versus 65. Like this it will come off. Wow. This is for round 1, right? I hope it is clear. Okay. For round 2. Okay. For round 2, now see, if there upset means what, right? If there is an upset, so upset basically means that a lower ranked player or a lower seeded player beats the higher seeded player. Like suppose you watch cricket. So what happens in Cricket World Cup? Sometimes Bangladesh beats India, right? Or Bangladesh beats Australia, or any lower country like Afghanistan or Holland beats Australia and all, right? So what happens actually in the ICC cricket ranking, International Cricket Council ranking, suppose India is at number 1 and Bangladesh is at number 8. Okay, So if Bangladesh beats India in a World Cup, that is a kind of upset, right? Bangladesh is a lower ranked player. India is supposed to win that match, right? But if India loses that match, then that what happens? That is the upset for us, right? That is an upset. This is the meaning of upset here. Okay. So suppose I'm writing the case of no upset, right? I'm writing the case of no upset. In case of no upset, what will happen? So in case of no upset, all the higher ranked player will qualify and they are expected to beat the lower ranked player they will beat, right? So in second round, 1 to 64 players are reached. In first round, 1 to 128 players were there. In second round, 1 to 64. So how the matches are played now? Highest seeded player highest seeded player plays the lowest seeded player left. Like if who will play, to whom with 1 will play? So 1 will play with 64, right? 64 is the lowest seeded player available right now. Then second highest player plays with the second lowest seeded player. So it is 2 versus 63. Then 3 versus 62, like that, right? So 64 half is 32. So last match will be what? 32 versus 33. This is for second round, correct? Okay. Now for third round, again if there is no upset. Okay, try to understand this set, right? Try to understand it. If there is no upset, what will happen? So if there is no upset, okay, so again all the top ranked players will qualify. They'll beat the lower ranked players and 1 to 32 will reach in the third round. Again the matches will be like 1 versus 32, highest ranked player or highest seed player versus lowest seed player. Okay, then 2 versus 31. Then 3 versus 30. Like that, it goes till 32 half is 16. So 16 versus 17. Okay. Then comes round 4. Okay. Then comes round 4. Okay. Then comes round 4. In round 4, what happens? Again, if there is no upset. So what will happen? Again, all the higher ranked players will qualify. That is 1 to 16. So 1 to 16 will qualify. Okay. And how the matches will be played now? 1 versus 16, 2 versus 15. Like this, 16 half is 8. So last match will be 8 versus 9. Okay. Again, if there is no upset in fifth round, I'm talking about fifth round now. Okay. So in fifth round, this 8 players will qualify, right? So 1 to 8 will reach. Okay. So this is called quarterfinals. Okay. This is called there are 8 players left in a knockout tournament or 8 teams left, right? This is called quarterfinals. Quarterfinal. So how the matches will be played here? It will be like again 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, like that. The last match will be 4 versus 5. Okay. Then comes the 6th round. Right. Now again all the top 4 players will qualify. There is no upset. So 1 to 4 will reach. And this is called semi-final. Okay. And how the matches will be played? Again, the matches will be played like 1 to 4 means how the matches will be played? It will be played like 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. And then 7th round is the final. If there is no upset, so 1 and 2 will reach. There is no upset, 1 and 2 will reach. And this is called the final. Correct. This is the whole funda behind this kind of set. Okay. So how many total rounds? 7 rounds, right? Does it take 7 rounds to finish the tournament? Fine. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5, round 6 and round 7. From last 8 it is also called quarterfinal, right? So I hope you got it, right? Now let's do an example so you'll understand this better. Okay. So right now how to find, right? Suppose I ask you this question that in round 1, 43 will play versus whom? Okay, 43 will play which ranked player? 43 versus whom, right? So what you have to do basically in round 1, right? You just to get this player rank sum, players seed sum. Okay, players seed sum. This is how much, right? Sum. So see, every time it is what? 1 versus 128, 2 versus 127, 3 versus 126. What is sum every time? Sum is 129. 1 plus 128, 2 plus 127, 3 plus 126, right? What is the sum? Sum is always 129. Okay, so simply you can say in first round who will play 43? 43 versus whom? So sum has to be 129, right? In first round. So 43 versus what? 86. For sum to be 129. Okay, 129 minus 43 is 86. Correct? Similarly, if I ask you in round 2, 7th versus whom? Okay, 7 versus whom, right? So again in round 2, if you see all the ranks here, right? What is sum now? 1 plus 64, 65. 2 plus 63, 65. 3 plus 62, 65, right? So sum is always 65 here. So 7 versus whom? It has to be 58. Okay, for sum to be 65. 7 will play whom? 65. Suppose I ask you 29 versus whom? In same second round, 29 versus whom? So in second round, sum has to be what? 65. Okay, so what is sum here? Sum has to be 65. So 29 versus whom? 65 minus 29, that is 36. Okay, so like that you can answer, right? Similarly, in third round, what is the sum? So in third round, sum is how much? It is 33. Okay, in fourth round, what is the sum? Sum is 17. Fourth round, sum is 17, like that. Okay, here sum is what? 1 plus 8, 2 plus 8, sum is 9. Okay, so you can get this funda. Correct? Now, let's do an example. Let's do an example here to understand this better. Now, if I ask you this point here, okay, if I ask you this point here that, okay, in round 3, player 8, or I can say seed 8 player, seed 8 can play with which all players? Okay, just understand the situation here, right? I'm saying that in round 3, player 8 can play with which all players, right? Which are the all possibilities with which player 8 can play, right? So understand this now. Okay, I'm talking about round 3. Okay, if you get this in round 1, it has to be 1 to 128 players. In round 2, it has to be 1 to 64 players without any upset, right? But there are 128 players here, and for sure there are 64 players. If it is not an upset, so 1 to 128 ranked player will be reaching, right? Otherwise, 1 to 128 player will be playing in the first round. If there is no upset in second round, 1 to 64 will be playing. But if there is some upset also, then also 64 players will play for sure, obviously, right? In third round, how many players? In third round, how many players? 1 to 32 or 32 players, I can say, if there is no upset also, right? So, what is sum here? So, in first round, sum is always 129. Okay. In second round, players rank sum is always 65. In third round, players rank sum is always 33. Similarly, in fourth round, players rank sum is always how much? Is always 17. Like that. It goes, right? So, my question here is, player 8 can play with which all players, right? So, in third round, okay. So, see how to do it basically. See, in third round, player 8 can play with, so I'm asking 8 versus whom? Okay, 8 versus whom? What are the possibilities? So normally in third round, if there is no upset, so 8 will play whom? Sum has to be 33. Sum has to be 33, right? So it should be 8 versus what? It should be 8 versus 25. Obviously, right? It should be 8 versus 25 or, okay, or. So what are all the possibilities now we'll see, right? Or, okay, all the possibilities we'll see. Okay, so 8 versus 25. Now, 25 will reach here, right? If there is no upset. Okay, but since what I have to take all the question is, player 8 can play with which all the players? All the players have to take into account, right? That means we don't have any privilege here that upset is happening. No, I'm not sure that upset is happening. So I have to take all the possibilities, right? So what are the possibilities here? So possibilities is right. So I'll see in first round, 25 will play whom? So for first round, sum has to be 129. So first round 25 versus 104 it has to be. In first round it has to be 25 versus 104. So if 104 beats 25 in the first round itself, then 104 will take the designated place of 25. Okay, it will not exchange the rank, right? At this point, if Bangladesh beats India in an ICC World Cup, Bangladesh ranks 8, India ranks 1. So Bangladesh won't become rank 1. No, that is whole years or whole 4 years hard work, right? That rank. But yes, if the next match was India versus Pakistan, so if Bangladesh beats India, so now next match will be Bangladesh versus Pakistan, right? So just take the designated place of India in the table. That's it. Okay. Similarly, now 104 takes the, if 104 beats 25, so 104 takes the place of 25. So in this place, we can have 8 versus 104 also. We can have 8 versus 104 also, right? Okay. Or, so to see now come to second round. Okay, come to second round. In second round, 25 can play whom? Right? If suppose 25 wins the first round, then 22nd round 25 will play whom? Right? So in second round, sum is what? Sum is always 65. Okay. In second round, so 25 versus 40 can also happen. So I can write 40. So if a 40 ranked player beats this 25, so here 8 can play with 40 also, because if 40 beats 25 now, so 8 can play now 40 also. Fine. Okay. Now again 40 is a new number before me, right? So I've taken indirectly in second round, I have taken a 40 here, right? So again, not necessarily 40 will come to second round. So again I have to take the possibility. So again I have to go to first round here. I'll again go to first round. I'll see that in first round 40 can play whom? 40 can play which rank player? So first round, what is sum? Sum is to be 129. So 40 versus whom? 40 versus 89. Right? For some reason 129. So if 89 beats 40 here, then 89 will come here. Sorry, understand this point. If 89 beats 40 here, then 89 will come here. Okay. What I'm saying is, if 89 beats 40 here, okay, then 89 will come here in place of 40 now. Okay. So, and if 89 beats 25, then 8 can play with 89 ranked player also. 8 can play with 89 ranked player also. That's what I'm saying. Right. So every time, so what is the rule? Thumb rule for it? Thumb rule for it will be every time you find a new rank, go to first round, go to second round, and then again come to third round. Okay. So always start, whenever you get a new rank, go to first round and see all the possibilities from there. Right. Okay. So now, what I'm saying here is, okay, so 25 versus 104, 40 versus 89, fine. So here, you just say that here, 89 can also come, okay. So 25 versus 40, fine. So this 28 can play with 25 or 104 or 40 or 89, fine. These are all the possibilities. So I hope it is clear, right? So in third round, 8th player can play with these many players. These many players he can play with. I hope it is clear. Okay. This set is clear. This kind of example I've given to do this set. We have to solve our actual set, right? So I hope this set will make it clear. Fine. Okay. So just for your understanding, now we can do same thing here. And I'll just ask you that quickly tell me in round 3 only, which are the players who can play with rank number 21. 29 versus whom can take place. Okay. So quickly we'll do. So in round 3, 29 can play with which all the players, right? In round 3, 29, 10, 21 can play with which all players. Okay. So I'll first go to round 3. So in round 3, what is the sum here? So in round 3, what is the sum here? Yeah. In round 3, what is the sum here? So in round 3, again, 21 can play with which, what is sum? Sum is to 33. So 21 can play with 12. Okay. Now what we'll do? So 12 directly is not the only possibility, right? So I've got a new number 12. I'll again go back to first round. In first round, 12 will play with whom? So first round sum is 129. So 12 will play with 117. Right? So if 117 beats 12, so in third round, 21 can play with 117 also instead of 12. Okay. Now in second round, suppose if 12 wins the first round. So in second round, 12 plays versus whom? For second round, sum is what? Sum is 65. So for second round, 12 plays with 53. Okay. So in second round, 12 plays with 53. So if 53 beats 12, so now instead of 12 here, 53 can also come. Okay. Now again, 53 is a new number for me. So go back to first round. In first round, 53 will play with whom? So sum is to 129. So 129 minus 53, 76. So in first round, 53 would have played 76. If 53 would have beaten 76, that's fine. So here 53 will come. Okay. But instead, if 76 would have beaten 53. So in place of 53, 76 can also come. Okay. So here 76 can also come as a possibility. Fine. So these are the 4 possibilities for which, or we have taken this just for as an example. Okay, these are many possibilities. Okay, so in next questions we can have more possibilities, right? So I hope you got this kind of set. Okay, now we can do the actual set which we were doing it. Okay, so let's solve that set. Let's solve in the next part, right? Let's solve that set in the next part. Okay, yeah, thank you for watching.